chat when I was like, I didn't know I was muted, and I was talking to Josh. I was like, Josh, do you want to see my cockroach? And you were like, well, I'm gonna leave. And I was like, oh.
No. Hello,
everyone. That was beautiful. That was the kind of energy we needed to start with.
Oh fuck, we're running. Hi. Good morning.
That was so good. I was like, and here we go. And then you were just like, oh my god, yes. I thought you did it on purpose.
Jim pisses rocks, so.
Okay, whatever.
It's a serious medical condition. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Jeremy's like, hi, Mara. LOL.
The fuck? Look, guys,
Beautiful.
it causes a lot of pain, so...
Starting with Mara yelling about something. Must be Monday. Came in hot.
Monday. And I love that nobody's giving me shit. They're all like, God, Mara,
Probably haven't got to that part yet.
Oh my god. So good.
Come at me like this 3 seconds into the stream.
So good. All right.
Makes it better that I woke up from a nap like 8 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Okay.
Me too. So, you know,
really?
it's all good. No. Oh, wait, really? No. But I did nap a little bit ago. So
I did nap today too. Everybody napped today.
I did. I took a little nap.
Didn't.
No.
One day
You're
that I
in
did
a
not nap.
Spreadsheet for
Well,
all
I
my
did,
nap
and that's all
hours.
that really matters, I guess.
Dreamy's like, I didn't.
me like downlining a large Coke going, why is my heart racing? Why do I not feel good right now?
What is happening? Oh, don't worry, Delnaris. We won't give you enough crap just yet. Make sure you survive long enough. Aaron doesn't nap. He saves up all the tired for the occasional coma. True. No, but I had like a late lunch, and then after a little bit, I was just like, no, this needs to like digest in the nap coma, in the food coma way. So,
Proud of you.
you know, I was like, more bonus prep or a nap? Let's go nap. We'll see how it goes. What could possibly go wrong?
Dreamy's heart vibrated from here.
Yeah, what could possibly go wrong? But nothing, because I have the calmest crew ever tonight. Yep.
Icarus tonight?
You're what?
I think I might be Icarus in the chat. Oh no, I'm Sunder the Man. Okay, never mind.
Oh. I was like, Icarus.
I
You're
thought
Icarus?
you were like, you're gonna fly into
Oh,
the
I thought
sun?
we were talking about what we were
Oh,
talking
no.
before. Is it?
Yeah.
Wait, is it still Game of Santos overlay? Because if so, Steel
No.
Dibs being Arden.
Did you change the overlay?
I think I should have.
I think there's
Yes,
like
yeah, it
smoke at
is.
the bottom now.
Well, the smoke at the bottom's always there, but
Oh.
it's whenever you put the mouse over the screen, if who pops up on the side, and currently it is the FaeHunters. So.
Okay, yeah.
We are golden.
Oh, Iliad.
We are good. All right, so welcome to
This crew, we are
FaeHunters.
so calm.
We are, as always.
Hmm.
Welcome to this episode of FaeHunters, where we are going to have a lot of fun doing things and playing games.
Whatever that is today.
Yep, whatever that might be. I love that this is the music that is playing now when I'm saying this. Do a thing.
And I love that we all can't help but you look up and we're just like,
It's just wiggling.
Yeah, we are just a bunch of wiggly worms. I feel like it's been forever since we were here last, but it's only been a week, so here we go. Last we left off. Let's do this one. Last we left off, the FaeHunters had arrived at the High Forest. After traveling from Neverwinter for some days via horseback. Nana, Leary, Denissa, and Brundlestick arrived at the Oak Shadow Estate. Whereupon they met their hosts for their stay here. These two sisters, Lahari and Namanthra Glodane, and their illustrious manager, Delnaris, who run the mills here at the Oak Shadow Estate. A sort of, I was going to say a lot. There was another word I was going to use before logging facility, but, you know, where they replant trees and then they cut them down. You know, it's one of those
Very sustainable.
sustainable logging company. That's what I was going.
Deforestation.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So after having traveled, seen various battlefields of the current material plane war, they are now able to relax somewhat. And to that extent, whenever you guys first arrived, after you guys had gotten comfortable, Danissa and Brundlestick had gone up to speak with the two older women, while Leary and Nana refreshed themselves in a hot bath, thanks to our lovely Delnaris and his hot coin bath. So, what?
Sounds weird.
Something about that just seemed bad.
A hot coin bath? I mean, that's what it was.
Hey, baby,
Can
let
you
me
not
give you
say
a
it
hot
like that?
coin bath.
Scrooge
I
McDuck is
what?
just like in a sauna.
Oh, exactly.
Feels like making it rain, but with change only. So it's just painful.
Mm. He's right.
What was I gonna say? I lost train of thought. We are gonna start then, with Danissa. As you had gone upstairs with Brundlestick to talk with the two old ladies. So let's see here. This is fine. Okay. So when you guys had gone upstairs, you discovered, and were shown by Lahari, the older of the two sisters, that the that lower deck of the building is kind of like the lounge area, right? Where it's like all the seating and kitchen and all that arrangements are. That second floor is where all the rooms are provided for guests that are staying, kind of like an inn, where all the outside of this like circle that goes around the tree, all the outside are rooms that face outwards over the rooftop, and all the inside has like the baths and more of like the personal effects sections. And then there is another staircase that leads up to the third floor, and in this third floor, it seems it's at the very top of this villa, and it is here that the sisters have their family home that has been theirs for many generations. Many generations. You see this place kind of looks like a antique, museum sort of thing, with everything built in that like Swiss Family Robinson way of being built into the tree itself, or using some of nature's like bounty as whatever the case may be, whether it be seating carved out of large fallen logs or stumps, tables made of this ornately carved woods. It's a very beautiful place. But as Brundlestick and Lahari speak, you are there playing bodyguard with Brundlestick. And Lahari, they kind of make some small talk as they go up and go over to one of the tables, which brings Brundlestick to his reason for being here. Well, I had come here with the purpose of bringing supplies, as I had been contracted to do. And or we had been contracted to do. He looks over at Danissa somewhat nervously. But are your guests still here? And Lahari looks over at Danissa. And then back over at Brundlestick. She goes, "Are we in good company?" And she can her eyes go back over to look at Danissa once again.
I am. I am no one to worry about.
That's what all people would say, wouldn't they, if they were trying to appear otherwise?
I suppose.
Delnaris. I guess currently, Delnaris, you are downstairs. Hello!
Sorry, I just heard something.
No, I forgot. I was going to say you were going to be here, but then I forgot you were currently tending to the girls getting their bath ready. But the woman just kind of nods and just like, okay, well, go ahead and make a perception check for me. As she kind of still looks. Perception? No. Persuasion. Sorry. Oh boy, we're going to start mixing up things again today. It's going to be good.
What a day.
Basically.
Sorry, Steven.
No, you're good.
Came in and had a question.
No, you're good. You're good. Go ahead and make a no, just make a persuasion check for me.
Okay.
Hello. Perception check. Earmuffs.
That's the worst persuasion check I've ever made.
Oh yeah.
That one.
Oh!
06, but still in that one.
Randlestick. I trust your companions about as far as I can throw them, which in these days and age is not far. So, dear, if you wouldn't mind, would you mind having a seat on the sofa, please? She kind of gestures to a couch that's like a little ways away. You can still keep a good eye on your charge, but I just have some business to speak with Randlestick, if you do not mind.
Of course, I understand. No, head over there.
Okay. As you go and you sit down, you can see that there is a big, like, blanket that sits on the couch. And we'll say that for the next couple of moments, as Brundlestick and the women are having a conversation, you get a itchy feeling in your nose.
I'm going to get off the couch. I was going to say, can I look at the couch first to see if it's, like, riddled with hair?
It is. Well, I would say that as you sat there, you discovered that it is indeed riddled with hair.
Damn.
And so starts the events of you getting the sniffles and
oh no, okay.
getting to the point where you kind of get sent to your room to kind of recover for a little bit.
Try to like wipe the hair off, and then you accidentally like touch your face, and
Yeah.
I mean, I was gonna try and throw in a little, extra information there, but then with that one, it was just like,
damn
whoa,
it.
shit.
Yeah, complete that one.
It was great. It was great. Blacklight the couch. Imagine a cat person getting cat fur in their face. I know, right? Imagine. Oh, you know what I should do? We haven't been on this screen in a minute since all of the stuff, and I forgot Finrian's still up here. I'll just leave him up there. It's fine.
Quick, kill him!
Quick, get rid of
arrows
him.
away.
There we go.
Get him!
Right.
Get him while
All
he's
right.
down!
There we go. There we go. Now you don't have to see his face anymore. So as we then skip ahead through into the day with Danissa feeling a little under the weather due to, cat allergy. It happens, It's welcome to the material plane.
Yeah.
All right, so we go now to the depths of the high woods as you guys, I say you guys, Delnaris, Leary, and Nana, as you guys had been making a little trek to the grandfather tree, a large, ancient, verdant tree, spanning many stories tall, and apparently having some sort of ties to the Feywild. You guys had walked there, followed by Mr. Biscuit, the lovable cat that everybody loves so much, particularly Nana. And yeah, totally. And on your way back, had heard some strange noises coming from the canopy above, and only to discover that a familiar friend of Leary's has appeared from behind the tree.
No, sir.
And kind of gave you a bit of a hard time. It was like, so, what brings you to the high forest, Leary? You're a tad away from home, aren't you?
I could say the same about you, especially considering everyone thinks you're dead.
Oh, dead. I mean, I guess there could be worse ways for them to be thinking of me.
I mean, you left for a hunt 10 years ago and never came back, so...
Yeah, I suppose that checks out. But that still doesn't answer the question why you're here. And
I'll answer
who's your friend?
You answer. This is Nana.
He's like well dressed, isn't he? This motherfucker.
No, not really. I mean, he's well dressed, but not like fancy dressed. He definitely looks like the hunter type. He looks right at home with like Leary's brand of, the adventuring warrior type, but he is still pretty well decked out.
He's tall?
But not, yeah.
Back on board. All right.
Okay.
Hello. Is this your dad?
There's a moment of just like, and he kind of like runs his hands through like his like slightly gray hair, just like
Leary is going to walk up and give him a little peck on the cheek and say, "For what it's worth, I'm glad you're not dead."
Well, I can say the same about you. Last I saw you, you had barely learned how to string a bow. He kind of smirks at the sarcasm. You seem to have come onto your own rather well.
Well, someone had to take over the Great Hunt.
Oh, has it gone so far down now?
One day you'll learn to give a compliment. The world will stop. Summer will freeze over.
I give plenty of compliments when they're deserved. And he kind of winks. Delnaris, I know before you start your tirade again, I know you had said to stay up in the trees. However, once I saw you were in such luminous company, I couldn't help but to come and say hello.
Well, that does answer my question. Then you do always think with your dick.
Not always.
Delnaris, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's...
We weren't going to ignore that.
You seem to be ignoring it for a good portion of the time
change.
Yeah, I'm sorry. The change is... I'm sorry, are you not familiar with Eladrin and the fact that they do switch between alignments and the seasons?
I don't
know. What a fucking accent. Like a whole accent.
I'm sorry, does your personality not change depending on what you're aligned to?
Not the way I talk.
Well, that's on you, isn't it?
Can you go back to the other one? I don't like this.
Does Delnaris look like a different season at this point?
He's gotten a bit oranger. He's probably closer to a fire color rather than a golden color.
Did you get sunburnt on the way over here?
Autumn. Really?
Really? You don't know anything about your own kind. You're gonna go and
No,
Nitpick about every little thing.
I do, but I mean, I've been quite happy with Summer.
How about we go back to the estate?
Right.
Are you I'm assuming you're just passing through, Leary. Stumbling out of the Feywilds. Are you sure you're up to this task?
Oh, you have a lot to catch up on.
By all means, we have a ways to walk. And he extends his arm for you to loop his arm through.
Sorry, Graham got me.
Oh
Graham's
no,
comment
Dre.
just fucking got me too.
It's beautiful.
Fucking Graham. Oh man.
God damn it.
Graham gets an inspiration for tomorrow.
Oh, wonderful.
I will take it. His arm.
Okay.
Oh my god,
then-
is this how it's gonna be the entire fucking time?
And then he extends another arm out for Nana on his other arm.
She's gonna take that arm and be like, oh, what a gentleman.
Well, it looks like you're all gonna have a wonderful time. I will see you back at the house. I'm gonna put my hand on a tree and cast Tree Stride and just fall into the tree. God.
Perfect.
Good, thank God.
Love
Mr.
that.
Biscuit's gonna be there at the tree just like staring at you.
Like, no, wait, don't leave me with them.
Father!
Oh my god. All right. So, let's see. That said, as you guys start walking back, Coram is like, so, what does bring two lovely ladies of the Feywood to the material plane?
Just some good adventure.
Well,
So it.
if you've fallen in with Leary's crowd, then adventure is sure to follow. I don't know about the good part, but there's definitely adventure involved.
Nana is gonna do that fucking fake laugh that.
Oh no. Oh. So he looks over at Leary.
We happen to find ourselves helping escort some goods.
Interesting. Escorting goods through the High Forest or to the High Forest?
2.
Oh. For anyone in particular, or
Depends on who's asking.
I'm asking.
Well, I don't know why you're here either, so I don't know what I can tell you.
He seems to consider a little bit as he kind of like takes your arm and like steps away from both of you, and then like helps each of you like over a particularly gnarled root that is over on a tree, and just kind of helps you step over it. Very like, it wasn't necessarily necessary, but he's trying to be as sweet to both of you as he can. Make a persuasion check for me.
$27.
Damn.
Yeesh. Remind me never to like roll against you. Well, as you know, it's been some time since I left the Feywood, but I found my way to the material plane for reasons I'm sure you will understand on my own. Once I arrived, kind of did my fair share of exploring. The material plane is expansive. There's lots to see. And while the Feywild has its charm, There are certain things that you just can't find in the Feywild that you can find here in the material plane. So I set for seeking a name for myself. That didn't quite go as planned. Then there was this war now that's broiled up. It wasn't long that kind of found myself having to make some difficult choices. And so I chose one, and I have stuck with it since.
And which war would that be?
You said you traveled here, bringing supplies. I'm assuming you have seen the war that is currently raging through this material plane now.
Yes, but that isn't the only war now, is it?
Oh. I guess that would make sense. You mean the one back home?
There are reasons to believe it's beginning to spill over into this plane as well.
Why?
A certain set of information.
He looks over at Nana. And are you here on the same business then?
I was. I followed my stupid heart out here, and now I'm stuck in the middle of it.
Well,
You know.
don't. Dearest. And he puts a finger under Nana's chin. He's like, don't fret. Sometimes following your heart can be some of the best choices you've ever made. Not always, but sometimes.
This guy's gonna die.
Shit, I'm gonna ruin this boy.
Can I do like the touch the hand, like, oh, thank you so much, and like a little like side eye to Leary, just like,
Sure.
your dad fucking likes me. I'm gonna be your fucking stepmom.
Beautiful. All right. So, as you guys start approaching you can see now that you are approaching the estate. Well, personally have not seen any hint of the war from the Feywilds making its way here. Although, I suppose, it was bound to happen eventually, but I do find it difficult to believe that either side would have any sort of interests in the material plane.
Yes, those questions do begin to arise, don't they?
He hesitates as he's like leading you down the path, and you now are at a juncture where it either leads to one of the mills that's closest or to the main villa estate. Are you going to be staying here a while?
At least another day or two.
Oh. Well then, now that you have, I'm assuming, have seen the grandfather tree,
Mm-hmm.
do you have plans for the rest of the day?
Not currently.
Well, then I will try and seek you out. I have some more patrolling to do, as your wards are refreshing themselves and taking a rest from their last battle. I've decided to help them out in keeping them safe for the time being. So I'll be making a few rounds just to make sure that you and they are kept safe here in the villa, and then I will try and find you, and we can try and speak some more, if you wish.
Try to patrol quieter next. You don't want to go clomping about and get shot by an arrow.
had it been anybody else but you, I'm pretty sure they would never have noticed.
Either
But
that or you're going to have to start spreading rumors that the squirrels are particularly fat. Make a lot of noise.
you haven't seen the squirrels around here. I will see you later this evening. He turns to Nana and kisses her, like raises a hand to kiss her the back of her hand. Turns to Leary and gives her a kiss on the cheek. And then walks back the way you guys had come.
As soon as he's out of just like earshot, just turn to Leary and be like, well, today got interesting.
You mean it wasn't interesting when you thought that a cat turned into a snake, turned into a glass of wine? Feeling better about that?
Oh, I'm feeling much better about a lot of things now. Dish, who's that? Who's that? Why did he come out of a tree? What's going on?
I don't know. Thought he was dead.
Oh, it's the best kind of men. Excellent.
Oh,
excellent.
wow. The best kind of the dead kind. Nana,
Don't tell Bean
2022.
that. Don't tell Bean that.
Well, I think it goes without saying. Dibs.
Don't you have a cat to chase?
Oh, God.
Or be chased by?
I thought you were dating the Danissa. Wasn't that a thing? Or
No.
the elf girl, or the sleazy man from last night, or I don't know. I can't keep up with you.
I know you try to bother me, but it really doesn't.
Okay.
You don't have to be in a relationship to fuck someone. It's
Oof.
fine.
I've heard many a loose woman say that before. I guess we'll see how we go.
Well, I'm gonna go check on Danissa. So have fun doing whatever it is you do.
That man is what I do. Have fun and turn tail. I'm going to go and try and find this fucking dude.
Oh. You're going to go back and search for this guy that just left?
Mhm.
Okay.
Oh, no, that's too needy. Nana wouldn't do that.
But would she though? Because Leary's there.
Ooh, just to piss Leary off a little bit. No, she'll head up to her room and kind of like primp and choose out like the lowest cutting, like try and like fucking pull the girls up. Yeah,
Okay.
Nana's gonna do what she do.
Okay. Perfect.
Now we'll go check on Danissa.
Alrighty. Danissa, as you have now been...
Sneezing.
Huh?
I'll be sneezing.
I'll be sneezing.
Mhm.
All right, so let's see here. Okay. Oh no. I'm afraid
I
to
can't
look.
read chat because Graham's gonna break me every time.
Oh man, he's on a roll. It's great.
Rip Dylan.
Rip Dylan. Oh, all right. So you go over to Danissa's door and knock, and Danissa, you have started to feel a little better.
Good.
Kind of adjusting.
Oh, yes.
You feeling any better?
I feel a little better, yeah.
You sound a bit.
I just need water. Yeah. I think
You're
some
making
fresh
me
air would be
thirsty.
good. I think some fresh air would do me some good. Go to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Get out of the stuffy house.
So you're allergic to the cat.
I'm not sure. I've never experienced this before. Not with cats.
I mean, we don't really have cats in the same way that they do here, so
Right,
Maybe?
I'm thinking maybe it's like it's a material world cat thing. I'm not sure.
makes sense.
I've handled cats before in the Feywild. Never
Denissa, have you?
Yes. I feel terrible.
Early Onan, come on, Joom. Don't make that face.
Aaron left first.
I didn't realize it was a sex thing. I was just like, haha, holding cats.
I mean, Dinissa meant it that way, but
Yeah, I would say.
Can we get out of here? I really do think some fresh air would do me some good.
Of course.
We don't have to go outside, but it's outside of this room.
I hate that you missed the jump to the grandfather tree.
I haven't seen a cat around here
You
this
haven't?
entire time. No.
Well, there's a cat that Nana is convinced turned into a snake, and when she tried to show us, it was just a glass of wine. So I think she might have had quite a bit more than she normally does. She kind of started to lose it a bit last night. I mean, she hasn't really talked about how Fen betrayed her and left her for dead, so
Right.
she's
Might be
processing,
projecting
suppressing.
some of that. Yeah.
Yeah.
We should probably talk to her at some point. Just the two
I
of us.
mean, I think she's going to be trying to busy talking to someone else now, but
Oh.
The door
Right.
down the hallway opens. And you
Change
see,
the couch.
Maya, the blue dragonborn woman, come out of her room and close it behind her. And she sees you over at Denissa's door, and she kind of does a little wave. Hello. Oh,
hi.
hello there. She kind of like sees Denissa barely through standing there in the crack of the door. Is this your friend that you said was not feeling well?
She seems to be a bit better today.
Little
Oh.
bit. Yeah.
Oh dear. Hold on one moment. She goes back to her room and then comes out a minute later with a small little glass vial. Here, take some of these. It is minor medicinal magic mumbo jumbo. It should help you feel a little better.
Smells like pine.
Pine and Vicks.
Oh, okay.
Oh, tastes like drinking Listerine mouthwash. It
That wouldn't
burns.
be too bad.
No,
That's not
but
terrible.
it's like minty, burny alcohol medicine.
I mean, my great grandma would swallow fingerfuls of it, so.
A Vicks?
Mhm.
What? Oh,
Mm-mm.
well,
Anyways.
Oh,
if it
All
helps.
my name is Mia-kan, but everyone just calls me Maya.
Denissa, nice to meet you.
A pleasure is mine, dear.
So, I haven't got to really introduce myself to those in this estate.
It's all right. We have made the acquaintance of Leary and your other stranger companion.
I'm sure they've made
Quite
a,
the impression.
impression.
Yes.
Right.
Leary seems nice enough. The other one maybe needs a little less wine. Probably.
She's lost somebody recently, so it's
Oh,
understandable what she's going through.
I am sorry. I did not know that there was a recent loss to your number.
Hmm.
That is tragic.
I mean, the only tragedy is if he shows his face again and we fucking murder him, but.
Oh, he's alive still?
Unfortunately,
no.
yes.
Oh,
It's a
But-
thing, don't worry about it.
It sounds like he's quite the scoundrel.
Leary. Like,
I'm sure this will be. I'm sure time away from whatever that situation is will do wonders for her.
her heartstrings will mend from this betrayal.
And if you need extra help, then don't be afraid to call for aid. I don't mind helping, especially when the situation requires it. And you seem like nice folk and have done many good deeds for me and my children. So, I appreciate it. But do get some rest or whatever you need. I'm going to go take a walk about.
What time is it right now?
Afternoon.
Okay.
Right? Yes.
Yeah, because we
Right?
left in the morning to go to the grandfather tree.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was after breakfast, right? Yeah.
Hmm.
It took me a second.
cool.
I had to try and remember. Alrighty, so go ahead. What were we gonna say?
Well, have a good walk. We're going to figure our way around here. And I need something to eat.
Delmaris, are you nearby?
You hear a large sigh. Yes, how may I be at your service?
Coming from down the stairs.
Denissa hasn't had a chance to try any of your fine cooking yet and is feeling a bit better.
Absolutely. I will prepare something immediately.
Thank
I do
you.
apologize for missing last night.
It is not a problem. Your companions were quite enough.
Oh, I'm sure.
Beautiful.
I'll just make something quick, whatever we had leftovers.
Just throw them in the microwave. Put a
Scrambled
bunch of
eggs,
plate.
some toast.
Put a bunch of the stuff on the plate in the microwave. Just shove it in there. Hit 2 minutes.
You just hear beep 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 beep.
Yep. All right.
Should we head downstairs?
Yeah, let's. So you went to the great grandfather tree. What?
Yes.
What was that like?
Incredible. It's definitely Fae, but there is something I saw that I think is cause for concern. There was an archway.
I don't suppose that Finn knows of this, does he?
I don't know
Knows we
what
were
he
headed this
knows
way.
anymore or have any. Exactly. He knew we were headed here. And I don't know. I feel like I need to stay and watch. Or at least give someone a heads up. Hi, this piece of shit might try to bring an army through.
It'd be good to bring this up to Elnaris at some point. Sure, he'd be interested in.
He
knowing
calls
that-
himself that he was on a mission, and I'm assuming it's to protect the tree, and yet he lets himself be servant to mortals. I mean, everyone's got their thing, but it seems a little weird.
So he is a Ladrin. He is a Ladrin.
Yes, he's Fae.
Okay.
Old.
Old Fae.
Yeah, he's been here since before the Clover Prince was disposed.
Wow. Oh, that's a while ago. So he must know more about. He must know about the tree. I'm sure.
About the portal.
Right. Yes.
Can we trust him?
This is his home. I assume he'd want to do anything to protect it and protect the tree, I'm sure. Whether or not he's on the side of Clover Fallen or the courts, I'm not sure of. But we can.
I think you and I need to have a conversation about all of this at some point. I also run into an old friend in the woods.
Who?
His name is Colin Windfellow. He used to be a part of the Great Hunt. No one's seen him in like a decade. He vanished on a hunt. We all thought he was dead. Apparently he's been jaunting about the material plane.
Would
He's
I know
here
who this is? DM.
Probably not. Make a history check.
Ooh, 7.
Probably not.
No.
You don't have your Great Hunt baseball cards.
Yeah.
They were really good in year 2775.
Oh no.
He's here in some capacity with the rebellion. He wasn't exactly being forthcoming, so honestly, I don't know if it's the material plane rebellion or the Clover Fallen. He seemed to dance around any kind of straight answer.
Well, maybe it's
But-
much like Newt, where he wasn't exactly Clover Fallen, or just kind of did his business.
Is there anyone around within like earshot?
Beep. Beep.
Make a
Son of a
perception
bitch.
check.
Fucking.
Are you guys still standing there in the hallway?
Oh, that's a natural one.
We would have gone downstairs and
Okay.
in hushed tones.
Yeah. So even looking around, like there's nobody around except for maybe Delnaris, who is close by after having served the food. He was probably the closest one that has like wandered off, but you haven't seen anybody else yet.
He seemed to imply that he had not seen any trace of any kind of spillover from our war. And to be honest, Newt might have been Newt, but he was a tradesman. I didn't see any evidence for being any kind of like mastermind general.
Right.
And if you're doing as unfortunately well as the Cloverfallen are doing on the Feywild, why would you send all of your generals to the material plane? Doesn't make any sense. I had a lot of time to think last night.
I was all
And-
cloudy up there. It was terrible.
And just, I still can't get over the fact that it was Lady Frostspring that hand chose Fenrian, knowing that he was suspicious as fuck.
Right. That's one
Sent him
thing
here
that's.
to track generals. But again, why would you send your generals here if the fight's back there? What point? You're a strategist, you're military. Why would none of it adds up at all?
I just
Newt was
wonder-
playing both sides. Yes. Does that make him a general
No, I
in
don't
the
think so.
Clover Fallen army?
Right.
And what of these twins? What else do we know about them? I mean, they might be generals. There's a chance that killing them could put a damper on the Clover Fallen's agenda, but I'm not going to go in bow blazing this time.
Right.
I want to know more.
I agree with that. We caused enough suffering the first time with Newt. We really didn't know anything about. We really didn't know anything about him. And he's gone now, and he was a major part of trading between the worlds. I don't want to just off the twins if they, if they're not what the courts have perpetrated. I've been confused since we've came here. And don't tell anyone, but I felt just a bit uneasy with my connection to Lady Frostspring. Unsure of her motives. I know that the courts can be sly. I try not to surround myself by too much of that. I don't know. We need to find more information about what's happening here before I think any of us make a decision on who decides to live or die.
May I offer a little bit of insight?
He says from the just like ah.
You know, if you're trying to be secretive, the dining area is probably not the best place to do it. That's why you wouldn't want to move your generals from the battlefield. Perhaps that's not the battle he's trying to fight. Just a thought from an old man.
Does an old man have any extra thoughts?
Well, that depends. Are you here to do harm or good?
I like
here
to
to find
believe
the truth. In all honesty.
The truth is a tricky thing. The truth is malleable and will change. You can try
Yes.
to find the facts, but I fear you may not get those here.
Are you aware of the portal here?
I'm aware of no portal, but I am aware of connections to the other side. Fleeting, perhaps not consistent and controllable, but there are connections.
We happen to unfortunately know someone that is trying to exploit those connections.
Well, as far as I know, and from all the time that I've been here, no one has been able to teleport to the tree. It is capable of protecting itself in that way. And those connections that I have found are not consistent enough to attempt to make a jump from the Feywild to the material plane. Not without some astounding luck.
It may not even be that direction that he's trying to head.
Well,
3 left, he suspicion to believe he was trying to move a group of material plane wizards into the Feywild.
well, this would not be the place to do it, I promise you. He would be too busy watching his back rather than being able to consistently get his men across.
I would love nothing more than to put my whole quiver of arrows into his back.
Yeah.
But he did know we were headed here next.
And that makes you think he would come here as opposed to trying to find another portal, another crossing.
I mean, certainly that's his goal, but this happens to be the next one we stumbled upon.
And
If you know
said
of any
this-
others to protect, I'd happy to protect the Feywild from him.
Like I said, I have not left this force in a very long time. Also, you seem to have a great distrust of your own kind. You don't think that the Feywild is more than capable of protecting itself.
Those in power seem to be making really terrible decisions lately.
Honestly.
Well,
And the one that's in power as of now, that our dear friend Fenrian has decided to align himself with.
and who is
He's-
this that you're speaking of?
Certainly not my friend.
It's not. We came here to find information and to stop the war.
Well, information can be gathered if information is given. As for stopping the war, that is a tall ask.
Right. Well, we're doing our part in stopping the war, to be honest.
Yeah.
But the players in this war have not been what they seem.
No one has
What we've been told.
forthcoming,
Right.
as is their nature by being Fae, but
And this
you're going to
is
send us into a different plane.
this is which
Bad
war?
information.
Which war are you speaking of?
The
You
Fae
mean with
War.
the rebel? The Fae War, I see.
Yes, and it was only after coming here that we discovered a completely different war that seems quite justified.
Right.
Yes. Well, my opinion is that most of the time the Fae courts are flapping about, really being overly self-indulgent.
Great.
Whatever conflict they may see may, one, be non-existent, two, blown completely out of proportion, or three, be a cover for something else entirely.
Well, the war certainly is real. Denissa can attest to that and all the damage it's done.
And who is this war against, if I may ask? It's not very often that the courts will unify against a single enemy.
The Clover Fallen. The Clover Rot. The Two-Faced King.
Two-faced king.
Yes.
Can't say that I've heard that one.
Well, you've been in the material world for how long?
Oh.
And away from your home that's currently in a war.
Well, like I said, I do have my connections.
Connections.
Now, you are fighting against this king. What did this king do to you? To your people? Not his people, but him specifically.
He's taken my father away from me.
He personally did that.
His forces have. His decisions. His generals. His soldiers have done that to me and thousands of other Fae trying to live peacefully.
Now, if I may ask, does every word that you and your companions say represent the courts? Because if that's the case, then I have quite a few words to say to whoever sent you here.
Well, to be honest, I was lured here with a play to my ego, a promise of adventure. I hold no loyalty to the courts. Prefer the hunt, to be away from politics and military affairs, though it seems I find myself in the middle of one, perhaps more of a pawn than I ever intended to be. Getting quite a bit frustrated with all of it.
Now, you understand my meaning. The one you are upset with is his forces, not with the man himself. If you can tell me what the man has done, perhaps we can come to a consensus.
The man has rallied troops. And from what I understand, something within him rots the brain.
And have you seen this rot? Have you
I have fought
experimented?
against it.
Have you experimented on it? Have you studied it? You say it's a rot. Do you?
I
see
am
it
not a
for-
researcher. I am a soldier. But if you'd like to decide to put yourself in the court's shoes and talk to Lady Frostspring herself, perhaps I can arrange that for you. But what I
I
do
do-
know is that my forces have been killed by the Clover Rot. Our homes have been destroyed. And he, the Two-Faced King, is the head of it. Whether or not
Given
he is the one
you-
who is dealing out the death does not matter. He is the one who has orchestrated it.
Do you have a name for this king? A specific name? Maybe that'll jog something in my memory.
He was once known as the King of all seasons. Perhaps you know him as this.
Ah, yes. I do.
Vinius.
Ah, yes, I do. I do know the chap. Didn't seem much to start a war, in my opinion. Seems more of the kind to
I love you, Dreamy.
to really sit down and have a cup of tea with. Now, if you're telling me that he's willing to start a war, then that's a complete game changer. But you have to forgive an old man. It's been quite some time. People do change.
Would-
Things happen.
Would Leary be able to figure out what I think I've just figured out as a player?
I have no idea. Why don't you send me, if you don't want to say it out loud, you want to send me a message and we'll figure it
No,
out.
it's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
Okay.
I will play it in character then. Oh, you've been here, what, about 100 years in the material plane?
At least, yes.
Mercurial Fae with
I
many
have lived.
sides,
I have lived many lives, my friend.
under many names, perhaps.
You might say.
Interesting. So sit down and have a cup of tea. You wouldn't happen to have any tea on hand, would you?
Of course, I always have tea. What
And
kind of
that's
host would
it.
I be?
And chat.
Of course.
So,
Denissa, I think you at least owe her the honor of introducing yourself by your real name.
You don't mean to say. I wouldn't believe that.
Believe what?
and as
You're
soon as we
both
have
very
it,
quiet for someone who just came upon revelations.
and as we do stare, waiting to see what happens next, we're gonna go over to Nana.
Just like,
Fucking doing a hair, having a good time. Fucking no idea what's going on.
having
No
tea
thoughts.
with the Clover Prince. No big deal.
All right. So, Nana, what are you doing? You said you had initially were gonna go and try and scoot after Corum.
Yeah, well, now I'm like, fucking, my brain's going some places. I'm having some thoughts. I've realized that Nana has fucked her chance at royalty, so that's great. Oops. All right. Okay. I think that Nana has like spent a little bit of time like fucking getting real dolled up, taking the plait out, has got
So-
like the poofy hair.
So you came back to your room then?
Yeah.
Okay. Upon coming back to your room, when you enter your little space, you go and gather some of your things and, like you said, start setting aside some hair. Something like catches your senses a little bit.
Please not the cat.
And you look over, you like kind of follow your nose a little bit. And you go over to the bed. And it is covered in cat hair.
You bitch.
Oh no.
So yeah, upon like turning up the lantern light in your room, you see that your bed is just covered in cat hair.
There's still a little bell here, isn't there?
Yeah, I think so.
Mm-hmm. DeShano! DeShano! Get in here!
As I'm sitting down with tea. Son of a bitch.
Well, I was gonna say this was earlier when she because she said because I was gonna say you had already. That's why I was asking. Whenever you guys split off, you said you were gonna go do that. So that's why I was asking if you were gonna go chase after Coram or if you were gonna go back to your room.
I reckon she would have spent like quite a bit of time like kind of prepping and getting ready.
Okay, so you did go back to your room right away. So then that would have been during the time that perhaps like these two had been talking just to themselves in whatnot. So this would have been before all that conversation. So yeah, you call
Little Bell.
Yes, how may I help you?
Well, it seems that your cat has exploded on my bed.
That's right, he doesn't usually do that. The exploding part, I mean.
Well, I don't know how else you would explain this. Otherwise, someone shaved it and dumped it all here.
Hides a little Ziploc bag of cat hair.
I'm like, that just seems pretty fake.
I apologize. Can I offer you another room, perhaps?
I think that would be fitting,
Wonderful,
considering this one's destroyed.
Wonderful. There's one down the hall on your right, probably fourth room on the left. Take a right, go down, fourth room on the left. Anything else you'll need?
Why do you choose that voice when you can... I don't know. I don't understand you. You're a bit unusual.
My dear, we're Fae. We're all unusual.
Yes, but you're weird. There's a difference.
Certifiably insane. If that will be all, I believe I have business downstairs to attend to.
Fine. Get out. Take your cat hair with you. I'm sure you'll be needing it to glue it back onto the cat.
I'll go back downstairs.
Okay. That would be about the time whenever these two like call for you. You're just like you can never get any rest. So then Nana, you go over to your next new room and get things sorted. You doll yourself up ish. What is your intention? Where are you going? What are you doing? Tell me about your life.
I'm going out. I'm gonna go and find this fucking dude.
Okay. Where are you gonna go looking for him at?
I'll head downstairs, back out to which way? Shit, I don't remember which way he walked off when we left.
He went back towards like the grandfather tree, the way you guys had went. But you know that. Well, actually, what do you know? Make a history check for me.
Spaghettios.
History, or you can even use like intelligence if you want.
Oh,
okay, is that not it? I was trying to help you out, but I guess not.
Ooh, okay. I rolled a 9 in intelligence.
Cool. You do remember that there was the mills. That's the closest mill that is on the other side of that bridge, right? And that you have seen this person has not been anywhere around this inn or the villa. So
I'll head to the mill.
And those lights at the mill. So yeah, kind of.
And I remember like when we were walking, wasn't there that little like area of seating and shit with all the annoying people like on the way to it? If I'm remembering correctly.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll head that way.
Okay. So as you we'll say you managed to sneak past a very deep in conversation, Leary and Danissa, as they are. He seemed to be having some talk about whatever over hot oatmeal or whatever that is being given to Danissa. You make your way across that little bridge towards the mills, and you hear behind you the pitter patter of little feet.
Fucking this thing again.
As you see Mr. Biscuit trailing about like 7 feet behind you, just kind of like trailing, just
Does he still have
cautiously.
hair?
Yeah.
Or is
Oh,
it a
it's-
sphinx cat now?
No, it is completely. If anything, it looks fuzzier and furrier than it did before.
Glad to see you again. Thank you for making an appearance.
You
Don't you have things to do?
you turn, go and walk, like turning your attention from Mr. Biscuit. You turn and keep walking, and at the far end, on the the land side of this bridge, is another Mr. Biscuit.
No.
And then you turn
No.
around. You turn around, and there's one behind you, and you turn around, and there's another one up ahead, and you just kind of stop in your tracks.
I have not had anything to drink today. This is actually happening. What? Is this a joke? Are you multiplying? You breeding like rabbits? Can I fucking hate this. I fucking hate this, Aaron. Can I push past the Mr. Biscuit in front of me and
Yeah.
keep walking towards the mill?
Yep. Another one comes out of the tree to like a couple feet ahead of you. And you look back, and there's 2 that are behind you.
Why?
Because it is. That is what it is.
Okay. You're not going insane. There are 3 Mr. Buttholes. They're just cats. You can fight a cat. You can kill a cat. You'll be fine. Just get to the mill. I'm sure he'll be there. Look fine. He'll see the cats. He'll know that you're not crazy. Just ignore the cats.
You push past that 3rd Mr. Biscuit and make your way closer to the mill. It is now there's a little bit of like a hurriedness to your step because
Oh,
You-
Nana is afraid. She's
you are definitely wanting to get there because, there is no way that this could be just in your imagination. You get up to the mill and you see this large mill with its large wheel just kind of like rotating around as like the water rushes or in these little streams. What do you do?
Oh, I wanna
turn
fucking
around.
Throw Mr. Biscuit
You turn
under the
around and
mill.
there are 3 little Mr. Biscuits sitting in a row, just like they were walking, and as soon as you stopped, they stopped and sat and are just looking at you.
Can you understand me?
They stare imperiously at you.
What do you want from me?
You look at the door. You look back again, and there's only one.
Great. Okay. At this point, there are cats. They are accumulating. The closer we get to the mill, there's more cats. I want to go in the mill. What is in this mill?
You try the door.
Mm-hmm.
It's locked.
Is there any other way to get in? Anything that I can see?
I mean, make a perception check for me.
Shit. 7.
7. There is what looks to be kind of a window that is a little over off to the side. It's got like some, oddly enough, it looks like it has like curtains on the inside that are kind of closing most of the sight off from whatever's inside. It almost looks like this mill is part mill with like a little bit of like a worker's house.
Can I talk? Is there still one Mr. Biscuit behind me?
Yes.
I will make you a deal. If you get the door open, I will give you money. The cat's like tuna. Do you like fish?
It walks closer towards you.
Oh God. Just don't touch my hair.
Do you go over to the window or no?
Yeah, I'm gonna go over to the window.
Go over the window, make a perception check as you kind of try and take a peek inside.
4.
4. It is
Yes.
dark. There's movement though suddenly on the curtain. And in what can only be described as the craziest little... No, I mean, it's not even crazy a little. It is crazy a lot. In a little bit of a jump scare, a cat jumps onto the windowsill of the inside as there is another Mr. Biscuit. That was the wrong music, but whatever, it's fine.
No, that was the right music. That was the correct music.
And it's just like you see in your eyes, kind of like you see a Mr. Biscuit on the windowsill on the inside looking at you. And you turn around and there's a Mr. Biscuit still standing behind you. Why are there so many?
Is this a biscuit factory?
And then from behind
Look,
Mr.
all they do, they're just making biscuits.
Yeah, that's all it is. And from behind that Mr. Biscuit in the window, a glow comes, lighting up a little bit of the inside of almost like a lantern being brought over and around. A golden greenish glow. And a figure steps into the opening of the curtains, glowing this pale yellow green light. And you see staring back at you a girl with blue flowers in her hair.
Thank fucking God, it's not Mr. Biscuit.
And she just kind of looks at you. And that's where we're going to go on break.
Bitch, you lost your cat! Cat's locked outside, come get it!
All right,
like-
perfect.
You fucking look over, it's you. You are Mr. Biscuit.
You see the reflection of yourself in the mirror, and all you see is Mr. Biscuit looking back. Oh my God. Iskra, I blame this on you. This was your fault. We made the joke the other day that we're replacing the Star Trek's The Borg with Mr. Biscuit. We are Mr. Biscuit. Resistance is futile.
Like, and Nana's like, yes, I'm gonna fucking find this guy. I'm gonna have a good time. Mr. Biscuit's like,
No.
You and me, babe. We hanging.
Forever.
This
All
is
right.
what happens though. The cat always picks the person who doesn't like the cat. This is real life.
It is. If you're cold, we're cold. Also,
Oh,
I gotta give. Who was it? Was it Sonder? No, Iskra. Nana Anderson. Like making the Matrix reference for Mr. Biscuit was amazing. Agent Smith is now Mr. Biscuit also. Yeah, it's so late, but I'm here for a
no,
bit.
gonna paw
Vix,
you
we're
in the
going on
chest.
break.
Vix,
Paw you in the
every
chest and
time.
turn
Oh
Don't
my
worry.
God.
Be a
This
quick
is a
break.
disease.
I just need to grab some more water and go to the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back. I promise, Vix. I promise.
man.
You just missed a lot. It was so good. It's fine. It's fine. We'll be right back. We'll be right
You
back.
don't like cats because I'm about to fucking burn the mill down.
Oh, Erie's here.
Eri, we are back. Eri's here, and Vix is here, and Iskra's here. And you know what I didn't do at the start of this thing was the hello. It's fine. I missed it. It's good now. This music is taking me on a journey. You know, it usually does. Wait, the music that is now or the music that was during the trailer? Because I don't remember what the music during, not the trailer, the intermission. I don't remember what the music on the intermission is.
Words are hard today.
Yo, words are hard,
Brain
period. Done. Mood. The music break. Oh, okay. I mean, we can go back to break if that's what you want, Vix. If you really love that music so much, we'll just go. We'll just leave. You can just continue to
Anyway,
listen.
here's Wonderwall.
Beautiful. All right, so our beloved FaeHunters have.
Wonderwall was about a Fae portal.
Ooh, that was interesting. Oh, walk out on you right now. Love it. Okay. So, while Danissa, Leary, and Delnaris have the talk of a lifetime, whatever is going on over there, Nana over there, I forgot. She's over there.
Over there?
Over there. Well, because for me she's down here, but nope, she's over there
I'm here.
on the far
Hello.
side. Oh, you're over there.
On the other side of the world.
You decided to go and chase after Corum. You decided to go and chase after Corum Windfellow, one of apparently Leary's old friends from back in the Feywild.
Total babe.
Total babe. Total babe.
There is art of him in the Game of Santos Discord.
There is.
Total babe.
That thread.
Yep.
Yeah, he's got a beard. I didn't know elves could grow beards, but okay.
I mean, there are rumors about his parentage. I did include that in what I told Aaron.
Gasp.
Pure blood.
What was that?
He's not a pure blood. He's a mudblood. Anyway, Nana goes off trying to find this guy in the process of going to go find
like that here.
in the process of trying to go find him, discovers that she is being followed by not one, not two, but 3, maybe 4 cats.
Hate the music choice. Hate music choice.
Scandal in D&D. That's not. It's not allowed.
It's
Filthy
not
mudblood. They seem to be multiplying and dividing, subtracting, in great quantities. Who knows? They're doing
About to be
things.
Mathing.
exploding.
And Nana, as you approach this mill that is as part of the Oak Shadow estate, you discover that when you go up to the window, there is yet another Mr. Biscuit on the inside, who seems to have brought the attention of whoever seems to be staying inside. And this lantern-wielding woman, who seems to have her own glow about her, she comes over to the window. You can see she just has you at first glance seems to be just blue flowers in her hair. You realize that it is just various flowers that kind of make up her hair, that are tied into her hair. And it just glows its own blue hue. And as she looks over at the window and sees you out there,
Hi. Nana's gonna back away from that fucking window.
she looks at you and just goes
Oof.
over at the door, and then disappears out of sight.
It's not going to end well.
I'm gonna look at Mr. Biscuit just like,
The cat's just going meow.
you saw her too. Okay.
The
All
cat
right.
starts walking into the bushes close by. And
I'm
just
gonna-
leaves it.
Okay. Nana, she'll head to the door. This is fucking weird. She'll head to the door.
The door. You can hear there are latches that are being drawn open, And the door swings open. Oh, hello! How are you?
Hi there.
Hi.
I think I found your cats.
Oh, they're not mine.
But there's a cat. There is a cat.
Mr. Biscuit! And she kind of like sings songs back into the mill. You can hear like the sound of moving parts and machinery on the inside. She's like, how can I help you? I haven't seen you around before. What's your name?
I am Belladonna.
Belladonna! That's such a nice name.
Okay, is the cat always a cat?
Why? Yeah.
The cat doesn't become a snake sometimes?
No, but that would actually be really cute if it did. Can you imagine a little snake cat?
Okay,
It'd be
it'd be so funny. It would be so good. It'd be so good. Is there more than one, Mr. Biscuit? Do you have a couple cats? You seem like someone who would have a lot of cats.
Oh, they're not mine. I thought I already said that. Maybe I did. I don't know. In any case,
Just managed.
Are you all right?
Are you?
Oh, I'm fine.
You're locked in a mill.
Oh no, you're locked out.
Good point. That's a good point.
My name's
Okay.
Drizzlin. What's yours?
Honey, I just told you it's Belladonna.
Oh, that's right. You did say that. I forgot. I was just so excited. I've never met you before, so new person. That's always nice, right?
Why are you in the mill?
Oh, that's where I'm staying.
Okay, what?
Why are you
Okay.
outside the mill?
Well, I'm being stalked by cats.
Oh, no. Mr. Biscuit would never do anything to you. Probably. I don't think so. I mean, do you taste good?
That question, like, Nana's gonna be like, fuck.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, this is, I don't know what cats do.
Okay. I'm gonna go now.
You sure? We just met.
Did you just come out of a thing?
I'm inside the mill still.
Okay. All right. You okay. All right.
You want to come
Okay.
inside?
Is Mr. Biscuit inside?
Make a perception check.
Fucking Mr. Biscuit's everywhere. Mr. Biscuit, the walls. Mr. Biscuit. 17.
You kind of take a step back from where you were at to kind of look around the corner, and you can still see that Mr. Biscuit is kind of like pressed up against the glass, looking at you
What the fuck?
from the side, but is not moving from the windowsill. But the one that was outside seems to have disappeared.
All right. Sure. I'll.
Come inside.
I'm gonna. Okay. Nana's
She, like,
gonna have
reaches
her, like,
out,
her
she
dagger,
reaches-
like, ready.
She does the little finger thing. Come on. Maybe we can like find something to do. She like wiggles her fingers to try and grab your hand.
No hand holding. No
Come
hand holding.
on. What? No.
She's gonna step inside, but like dagger at the ready. Like,
Oh,
I will
that's a
stab
cute.
this toddler.
That's a cute little dagger. Do you do stuff with it?
I can if I need to.
Oh, that's cool. Me too. Come on. And she comes like
Oh my God,
like
I
gestures
hate
for you to
children.
come. She gestures for you to come inside, and closes the door behind you. And as soon as you're inside,
This is
she
the
like
last we ever saw Nana.
she like
No.
just like closes all these latches behind.
And
So
now there are 5 Mr. Biscuits running around.
Yeah.
So, what are you doing? What are you doing here? Are you here visiting? Are you like? Do you work at the mill? I haven't seen you at this one. Do you work at one of the other ones over there?
Energy,
Are you?
Energy.
Oh wait. Are you? What?
Deep breath. Deep breath.
Yeah.
Okay. Take time to breathe.
Oh, I'm breathing just fine. I have just so many questions because I haven't seen like another person in a little bit. At least not one that I didn't already know, because I know everyone that's already here. You know, everyone that's inside. You know, all the soldiers that are coming back and forth. I know, you know, Lahari and Namanthra and Delnaris and Mr. Biscuit and you know all of the people that like live here. But I didn't know we had like company coming from like anywhere else.
Nana is like she's aging. This sentence is aging her. Like gray hair like popping out. That's really good. That's so interesting. Wow, you have a very exciting life in the
You
mill.
have no idea how exciting my life is. It has been amazing. I am so glad that I'm here in the material plane. It is so wild.
So yeah, so you're what do you do here?
Well, technically we're here like to, you know, do a bunch of stuff. I don't know, I probably shouldn't really be telling that many people about what we're doing here because especially since I don't know who you are, it could be really bad if I have to tell you and then maybe I have to kill you later, but I really hope I don't have to do that because you seem like a really nice person and you're dressed really cute.
Oh my god. All right. You can it's okay. You can tell me. So
Can
you're
I?
not from here? Yes,
No.
you can talk to me. Of course you can. We're gal pals.
I mean, I guess. Wait. You're gonna be my friend. She just makes like the highest pitch. It sounds like whenever you take air out of a balloon and you hold it like the balloon open like that, it just squeals. That is the sound that she just made that I cannot make.
I'm gonna put like the hands on the shoulders, like, yes, we're going to be friends, but I need you to never make that noise again.
Okay. I'll try, but it's gonna be difficult because I'm really excited. I haven't had a girlfriend, like, not here in the material plane now, and now I have a friend in the material plane. Do you mean that? What if whenever I go back to the Feywild, does that mean we could be, like, best friends? Could I send you mail?
Sure, you could send me mail. Oh, it'll be so fun. The Feywild. So you're from the Feywild. That's very interesting. What did you do in the Feywild before you came here?
Well, that's really complicated. It's a really complicated story. You see, one time I went out for a walk, and then she just starts going off on this story about make a constitution check for me. Let's see how well you can pay attention to this story.
Oh my god.
This is the laugh of an evil man.
16.
16. Your eye is like, there is a vein that is like probably throbbing in the back of your eye right now that is just like twitching so bad. But you're able to
The worst possible person to talk to this bitch.
Basically, she is, her name is Drizzlin Deucing. She is from the Spring Kingdom. And you gather
That's why she's so annoying.
You gather that she is kind of one of those like wealthy brats. She's come from a lot of she comes from money. But she is just very much like go and do whatever she wants to do kind of girl. So you kind of like, there's a little bit of like, oh, I can kind of respect that. But her energy level is so high that I cannot continue to maintain it myself.
Chick needs Ritalin.
Oh, did mommy and daddy pay for her to go on an adventure to the material plane?
Aww.
She loves her
kinda love her
family
now.
a lot and loves everything. She makes a list of about 60 different things that she loves. Most of them you things you know. Most of the things you know in the material plane. But she goes over and as she's talking to you, she takes you to what looks like that little house where the window was. But there is no Mr. Biscuit anymore. The cat is gone.
Good, Mr. Biscuit couldn't handle this either.
But there is like a little sitting lounge, and you can see that there are people who have definitely been staying here. You see packs of gear. You see traveling things for travel. You see implements of war. You see lots of weapons that have been like stored here. So it looks like they're in the process of cleaning them. Some are material plane make, and there are several that are not. That being said, this is all going like these are the things that you are noticing as she is like going on and on and on and on and on and on and on. But basically, then she's just like, yeah. So then, before I knew it, there's like a whole bunch of things that happened, and I love all of those things. You want me to list all those things that I love again? I don't.
No.
Anyway, I love all those things so much that I thought, I have to do what I can to like protect everything, right? So then I tried going out on my own, and my mom was like, "Oh no, you can't do that because then you're gonna be in danger." And I was like, "No, I know what I'm doing, Mom," and so I left. And then, it's like one of those things where one thing leads after the other, and then before you know it, you're in a whole different place, and you don't know anybody, and you don't know how to get back home, but you're like, well, maybe this is my life now. So now I'm here, and I'm doing everything that I can to protect people back home. And then the people that are here, too, because they're actually really cool. Like, have you met all the people that are part of the rebellion? Why are you doing this thing with your face? I just can't help but do it, too.
I'm listening to so many things that you're saying.
I'm so glad that I met you because there are so many people who keep telling me that I am just like have too much energy and like too happy all the time. And then they're like, oh, why don't you stay here in the middle and like protect everything because you love everything so much? And so I'm like, okay, I guess I gotta do what I can.
My fucking spell list. Hold on. Okay, hold on. I got Mind Spike. I got fucking fear. I got fucking banishment.
It's like, so anyway, what brings you here to the estate? I mean, are you here by yourself? Did you come here all the way by yourself? It is very dangerous out there. You don't want to mess with the people that we have messed with outside.
I can imagine. It sounds like you've had quite a crazy life coming here. You must be so tired.
No, not really.
Oh, of course not. How could I have asked such a silly question?
So wait, you didn't answer. Are you here with other people, or are you just here by yourself?
Yes, I'm here with other people. I'm helping escort some people here.
Will they be my friends too?
No.
I'm sure that they would love to meet you. I'm sure.
Oh, Josh, I love you. No.
No.
You like kitties? I know a kitty. It's a big kitty. Let's go talk with them.
Oh no.
I'm sure.
Wait.
We'll...
Wait. You say you came here with a cat?
Oh, I did.
You see her eyes go to like the size of like anime like saucers. They're just like, oh my god, can I meet him, please? Can I meet him?
You can meet the big kitty if you keep the little kitty away from me.
I mean, do you see him around?
That's the issue. Sometimes yes, sometimes no.
Maybe Mr. Biscuit likes you. You know, I hear the cats in the material plane are very good judges of character. They know exactly who they need to go up to, who like the people who need the most help, you know? They just go up right up to them and then they just start loving on them and it's so adorable.
Just gonna like pat her like face a little bit like yep, I heard the same thing. Same thing. Let's not be in this room. Let's go out there. Let's go meet the big kitty.
Oh no.
Do you mean I can leave the mill? Are you sure? Corum was very, very, very specific about me staying right here, saying that, you know, just so that I don't get, everything doesn't get stolen or taken away or whatever, and I gotta, like, make sure that we protect the place.
Corum?
Yeah.
The tall one?
Yeah, he's the boss.
The one with the face? The good face?
I mean, really, it's all relative when you think about it. You know, I've met some really pretty people.
Okay. Maybe he's right. Maybe you stay here for a little bit, and I bring the big kitty to you.
Okay.
Okay.
I cannot wait. I'm so excited.
All right. You stay here.
Yeah.
You sit down. If you want, we can play a counting game. You count to 100,000.
I can count so high You don't even know.
Okay. Oh
Do you
my
know
God,
how
I
many
believe
times
it.
I've been asked to count? I have learned to count to numbers I didn't even know existed. I had to look them up to see how high that number was.
That's amazing. That's a real skill. Real skill.
You
So
know
you
it gets
wait here.
very difficult after a while.
I bet you count.
Mhm.
You stay.
Mhm.
I'm gonna go. I'll bring the cat back later.
Sure. Wait. So Belladonna, so now that we're best friends, should we have nicknames for each other? I think we should have nicknames for each other.
Okay. You can call me Belladonna.
You're Belly. I'm gonna call you Belly.
No,
it's gonna be so
no, you're
great.
not going to call me Belly.
Please, it's so adorable. I mean, think about it. I'm like, hey, Belly, how are you?
Deep breath. Okay. I'm Belly. Me, Belly.
Belly Donny.
Stay here.
Belly Donny. It's gonna be adorable. I love it so much. You know what I'm gonna work on? While you're gone and I'm counting, I'm gonna start working on something like this. And then she starts doing like this with her fingers, and you can see she starts druid crafting like a bracelet made of little flowers and vines. She's making you a friendship
Yep.
bracelet.
Of course she is. You keep on that. I'll come and see you in a little bit. Bring
It's
the
gonna
big
be so
kitty.
good. You're gonna love this. It's gonna be the best thing I've ever made.
Oh, it's going to be so good. All right, just like backing away slowly, trying to like fucking fidget with the locks, just like, oh my God. Oh, you are muted.
Just kidding.
Oh,
I
yeah.
Done
coughed.
crime.
So,
I've done the crime. You at the door is Mr. Biscuit, like pawing to get out.
Yeah.
When he sees you going to the door, he's just like there, just like staring at the door, like the hinge of the door in the wall, just staring right at it, trying to.
I'm gonna if as soon as I get that door open, I'm okay, be back later. Mr. Biscuit, get out. I'm gonna like nudge Mr. Biscuit out with my foot and close the door.
Perfect. All right.
Deep breath.
As you shut the door behind you, it's like that scene in Jurassic Park where she closes the door. Ellie closes the door after almost being eaten by the raptors, and she just starts crying, breaking down.
Yes.
That's Nana right now.
I'm gonna turn to Mr.
And
Biscuit.
also Mr. Biscuit.
Yeah, Mr. Biscuit,
Nana's gonna, like,
Mr.
look to
Biscuit
the-
and Nana pressed up against the door, like, did you see that shit?
I'm gonna turn to Mr. Biscuit. Are you okay? Okay. I think we're okay. You wanna come back with me?
Like it shakes itself off and like licks a paw.
Okay. What the fuck? And I'm gonna walk back to the main area.
All right.
I'm gonna bring Danissa as sacrifice.
oh no.
Beautiful.
No.
And now we have to go back to this like really intense
I know.
discussion.
So,
Oh, okay. Let it down. Let it down.
oh my god. Thank you. Thank
Talk
you.
about
Thank you.
contrast.
Oh man.
That was a lot. That was a whole lot.
Is your voice okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
You need a fucking strepsil.
Mr.
He's
Biscuit
just like
tried to warn
snorting
you.
lines of coke during the break.
Oofed.
That's
Ah.
right. Mr. Biscuit tried to warn you.
Mr. Biscuit tried to warn us.
Honestly, yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right. Meanwhile, back at
God.
I know.
I have to like drop the smile.
That's okay.
Ooh.
So,
It's gonna leave bubblegum into Nissa's hair.
100%. 100%.
Oh shit.
All right. So, let's see here. We'll go to nothing this dark just yet. As you guys are sitting there and Delnaris comes over and pours you a little bit of tea. That's a lot of tea, but anyway,
It's like a
Or-
quart of tea.
it's just like a
Like, you
pint
get
of
like
tea.
at a Chinese food restaurant, they're like, "Yeah, here's a quart of tea," and you're like, "All right."
Yeah. So, you are seated there, And there's that moment where Delnaris takes a little sip and looks at the two of you who are now looking at each other and looking at Delnaris. And I think the last thing Delnaris said was like, "You guys are awfully quiet."
Yes, you're awfully quiet for someone who's just come to a major realization.
Why? Is my question.
Why what?
I mean, to guard the grandfather tree, of course, but there's got to be more than that. To stay here this long. To go from power to no power. And to really not crave it again.
I feel we are on a bit of a... There's a bit of a misconception here. Who do you think I am?
Whether you are or you aren't, I don't think I would be out of place to guess that there is some small chance you might be Vinius himself.
Flattering, but no.
Why is it that you protect his reputation?
Not much of protecting as it is writing something that is misunderstood.
Well, that's what we're trying to understand.
Yes.
To prevent further bloodshed.
Well,
then if my assumption is incorrect, would you do us the honor of telling us who you really are then?
I am Delnaris. Let's just say I answer to a higher power than that of Vinius. Does that satisfy your curiosity? Or shall I go into a deeper, more brooding story? Would that satisfy your need for information?
Well, I don't have anywhere to go after here.
Well then, ask your questions. It's no fun if I just give you all the answers right off the bat. I'm waiting.
And I'm thinking. We've done too much rushing in without any information. In order to get the right information, we've got to ask the right questions.
Who is Vinius to you? How do you know him?
Vinius to me. He is my cousin, let's say.
And who is this higher power you answer to?
Sylvanus, of course.
Sylvanus is a god of the material world. Why him over one of the courts? One of the Archfey?
In my opinion, the courts have come across this wonderful little thing known as power, influence, and well, once you get a little bit of taste of that, that's a little bit hard to break the addiction, wouldn't you say? Well, as for why I stay here and why I serve Sylvanus, he gave me one of the most treasured things in my life.
Which is?
My wife.
Going to take tea.
And have we met your wife?
I don't assume so. Unless you've visited here in the last, I don't know, 10,000 years?
Well, do go on.
Well, Not many people survive 10,000 years in the material plane. Anything else? Sure you don't want to know all about my marriage history.
How did she pass?
Old age. Otherwise, I would have kept her alive.
And she was not an Eladrin like you?
No, she was, I believe the term she used was Azamar.
I'm unfamiliar.
And with the perspective of that long of a life, what are your opinions on both of these wars?
Well, the one with the rebellion, I think there's some merit to the rebellion's side. Mostly I like to just keep people out of my forest if they plan to do any trouble. As for the courts, I think the courts are just trying to maintain a level of power that they have grown accustomed to over the past few years. And anyone that seeks to threaten that, like Vinius, is a threat to their power and a threat to their way of life.
Well, then what's the answer? People just bickering back and forth for power to the end of time.
The point is to find a place that you are comfortable to hide away and live your life how you please.
And what
That's
if
my
I
answer,
please
at least.
to not stay out of the way? To get in the thick of it, whatever it may be.
Well, I suppose that's your business, isn't it? As for me, I'm more than comfortable in my little forest to bring up generations of humans as if they are my daughters and continue to take care of the land as I please.
And you sit outside of it all, not helping any side or the other.
Oh, I help anyone who comes to me. Who doesn't make demands? Who isn't a raging bitch? But for those people, I have different ways of dealing with them.
Where's Nana?
I believe she's out by the mill right about now.
Why would she be out by the mill?
She's very
He's probably
curious.
looking for Corum.
No,
Oh.
that's probably part of it, but she's a very curious person from what I can tell.
You hear footsteps approaching.
Ah, there she is now.
Well, it's actually.
I'm sure.
You look around.
No, it's her, Aaron. I'm the DM now.
You look around. You like turn the direction that the footsteps are coming from, that left side leading from the mill. But it is Corum instead.
Suppose I can be wrong every once in a while.
Oh. Hello, everyone. I see.
With your patrol.
For now, been replaced. Is this one of your friends?
Yes.
He looks over at Denissa. You see
Captain
this? You see this?
Denissa.
Sorry. Go ahead.
Captain Denissa Elevor Frostwing. And you are?
Corum Windfellow. You can just call me Corum. I have nor keep no station or title. It's fine.
Does not change your prowess. You may call me Denissa.
The pleasure to meet you, Denissa.
right. Join us.
Denissa
for tea.
Nana called dibs.
Uh-huh. Oof. Okay. He comes over and stands behind Leary's chair and puts a hand on the back of Leary's chair. Just like in a very like familiar kind of way. Like at least from Denis's perspective, it's just like it comes across as someone who's just like very familiar and comfortable with this whole situation of just meeting you for the first time. Just kind of leans on the back of Leary's chair. Well, he kind of looks at you and kind of scrutinizes you a little bit. So, you come across from the Feywild as well. I'm assuming, judging by the name and the title and the uptightness, you're from the Winter Courts?
You would presume correct? Yes. It's... Does that really give it away?
He looks down at Leary. Well, looks over at Delnaris and then looks back at Denissa. He's almost like he's like looking for someone to say something, and then he's just like, well, a little. It's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just a generalization of that I have found over the years. At least last I recall. It's been a while since I've been in the Feywilds.
I don't like this guy anymore. I'm going to turn to Delnaris. We say these things because we've made mistakes in the past. And I just want to ensure that what we're doing here is for the good of the people in Fae.
And what is it that you are doing here? Because if it's just dropping off supplies, you've accomplished your mission.
They and we are very appreciative of that fact as well.
However, if you want truth from me, you will have to give truth in return.
I'm sorry. I felt like I'm starting to get the feeling I came in at a bad time. I do not mean to,
Torum, I think you and I
not-
need to talk.
did not mean to intrude on a private conversation.
They're gonna break up.
We need to have a talk.
You can't say that.
Like we said, our mission is to stop the war, get information.
Stopping war. You're helping with that, aren't you?
Yes. I suppose my question now is, which war? You seem very focused upon this war that we weren't necessarily privy to between the courts and the Fae. Just as you weren't necessarily privy to this one with the rebellion. Now, which are you trying to stop?
It seems to all be tied together at this point. Our intention is to rid the world of those who are doing it harm, to be honest. And for the longest time, and as I am currently convinced, the Clover Fallen is the one that needs to go down, and Vinius is part of that. As well as these Thayans, they are a nuisance. We have enough to deal with.
A nuisance is putting it lightly. I'm sorry that you have suffered at the hands of the Clover Fallen. It is an unfortunate side effect of war is that it doesn't seem to have any way of stopping from hurting people. That is the nature of it.
Seems many people are caught in the crossfire.
Cool.
I know. Only a little bit late. It's fine. I can tell you from my perspective what you are doing to help stop the war here undoubtedly will have repercussions for many years to come. Things operate differently here in the material plane than they do in the Feywild. There is a permanence here that there is not in the Feywild. Everything is taken as a joke or a game, even the war. Like it or not, those who are in power tend to see it just as such. Just an expensive game. It's part of the reason why I left to begin with. I wasn't about to be made a pawn in someone's game. The material plane still has games, but not with intention, not with the same intention as there is there.
Elnaris, Delnissa, if you'll excuse me, I've got to find some answers. Delnaris, you are a gracious host, but I'm afraid that I've run out of questions to ask you without losing my patience. No offense.
Of course. I hope that you can find your answers somewhere.
I'll look
And
to
I'm-
Lyri to see if she wants me to join her.
Denissa will chat later.
Okay. Corum takes a step back as you and helps you pull your chair out. Or are you one? Go ahead.
I'll probably walk back to that back seating area towards the mill.
Okay. Just going by yourself, or you're wanting to take Corum with you?
Hopefully he follows, but I won't explicitly ask.
He hesitates, looks over at Denissa and Delnaris, and watches you leave, and just kind of goes, I'm going to go. We'll speak later, I guess. He walks away back to follow Lyri.
Anissa,
Yes,
you haven't seen the tree yet, have you?
I have not.
Would like to show you the tree, if you would like to join. Perhaps you can find some answers there.
That sounds good.
Yeah, let's go then.
As you guys get up, Nana, you start walking across the bridge at this point in a huff, and you come face to face with Delnaris and Denissa, on the opposite side, just now getting onto the bridge, going your direction.
She's a lot, isn't she?
Denissa, a little bit.
Wow.
Good morning to you too.
Even to your friends.
So, you're keeping a child in the mill, I've noticed.
Oh, she's with Corum.
Great. So that's fine then. And you know that she's got 8 cats in there? Real hoarder situation?
There's only one cat.
Great. Excellent. We're back on this. So good. Denissa, are you busy?
Delnaris and I were going to take a stroll. Are you okay? You
I'm
look a
fine.
bit frazzled. Just a bit.
Nana's gonna be a little bit offended because she did just spend all that time before getting dolled up and just be like, I look great for
Well,
starters, and I'm fine.
I can tell that you've doled yourself up from your usual state of beauty, but
Word, yeah. Careful.
but your hair is just a little.
You will
Behind.
find out later. I'll come and grab you. We'll have a talk. We're overdue for a chat, aren't we?
I think so.
I hope you like to chat. Get ready.
No. Ten emotional damage.
Emotional damage.
Perfect. So, what?
You go ahead.
So Daenerys and Danessa, you continue on to the tree,
Mm-hmm.
heading up across the bridge and back up towards the. I think I was going to say the Great Dooku tree, the grandfather tree. Nana, you enter the villa, and as you do, you can see Coram and Leary seem to be having a conversation there on the couch by the fire.
Oh, fuck no. Oh, no. I call dibs.
Ugh.
Okay, so
Gonna pat down those, like, frazzled hairs. Fucking wipe the bags away.
as you had come to sit down, Coram, then just a couple moments before this happens, then
Out to the tree.
Coram comes over to you, Leary, and like sits next to you. He's like, "Are you all right?"
Honestly, I'm irritated
I can tell.
with the fact that I have been used in some sort of game that I still don't know all the answers to. I'm looking for a fight, but it's got to be a fight worth fighting. No one will give any straight answers, which I know is our nature, but at this point, I just want someone to fucking say what they mean. Give me a reason to fight for someone or another.
He raises his hands. I haven't said
All these
anything.
talks of wars and rebellions, and Denissa blindly pledging allegiance to Lady Frostspring, who is so... She just blindly choosing Fae left and right, knowing that they are corrupt, that they are poisoning the mission. Like Dalnara said, it's or you or whoever, it's all a game. And I'm tired of playing games. The hunt is one thing, one sort of game, but I don't like getting used.
Who do you
I
feel
want
like?
to fight. I want to find Fenrian and I want to murder him. I want revenge. And I want someone to give me a reason to join their fight, a real one. Not to be manipulated.
Who do you feel like is manipulating you?
Well, the courts, of course. Up until 3 years ago, the Cloverfall were nothing more than bedtime stories. And then I was asked to come here to the material plane, which was fascinating. I'd never been here before. A chance to fight. To be honest, don't tell Denissa, but I cared very little for the justice. I know she suffered much. But in here we are. One target down. We know nothing. We have far more questions than we ever had answers for.
What do you mean one
Those in
target down?
charge.
And as he says, "What do you mean one target down?" Nana comes up. Because that's about the perfect time for it. You come in. It's just like Nana like walks up to the circle and he's like, "Oh. Hello."
Sorry, am I interrupting something?
He looks over at Leary and just like, we're just having a conversation and catching up on things.
What do you want, Nana?
Oof, touchy. Goodness. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. Just thought I'd come in and have a chat with you guys. Didn't need all the hostility.
Nana,
It's-
have you even dealt with the fact that you were brought here to be nothing more than Fenrian's bodyguard? You were used, you were left. You have no
Nana's-
reason to be here.
Fuck.
You're talented, yes.
I'm
I
wanting to
even
hide
bragged
now.
on Mara and I text each other this
Yeah.
week, like, we're gonna come for the emotional jugular. I still love you. She was like,
Yeah.
do it, be horrible.
It's fine. You can be horrible to me. I'm used to
I'm gonna hide over here.
it. Damn. Nana's like,
I even bragged about your talent to the rebellion, but you continue to throw it away on being catty, on finding your next husband victim, on prancing around
You
like
see-
nothing had you.
Quorum's like, husband victim, his ears perk up, like, what?
Why are you here? Have you even thought about that? Because I don't know if anyone's actually getting paid. I think Lady Frostspring hopes we all kill each other in the process for sport.
Nana is going to. Is there a seat nearby?
Oh yeah, it's like basically two couches that are right next, that are like facing across from each other. And then there's like a fireplace. There's two couches, and maybe like a chair. No, there's like a chair over here and a chair over here. And at the moment, Leary and Corum are sitting on one of the couches.
Okay. Nana's gonna sit there for a little bit, just stand. I can't. I don't.
Would you cut the bullshit, Nana? You don't get to
Turn-
where you
turn to-
are by being so naively sweet all the time.
I'm here because I was such a good friend and I loved Fenrian with my full heart and I
And then he
trusted
left
him.
you.
I know. And she's going to drop down, put a hand on.
Can I
fucking
insight check her?
6 foot's leg.
I knew it.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't even need to inside check this
Mm.
bullshit.
And Corum is just gonna be like, whoop, as you put a hand on his
Pick
leg.
yourself off the floor. You're getting desperate.
Fuck. Just like the little tears, like I'm an older woman and I came here to do what I thought was right. And now you're attacking me.
To get rich or die trying.
I've been so nice.
Corum, it's been great to catch up. I can't stand her anymore.
She's so
Maybe one of your
mean.
companions can give me answers I'm looking for.
I possibly. He just like doesn't know what to do or say or move or do anything. He's just like, He puts
When you leave, you might want to wipe the shit off your foot.
puts a hand consolingly on Nana's like shoulder, but like just does like the very like just like pat, like it's okay. You know?
Like 30 Rock. There.
yeah, it's okay. I'm sorry for your loss. Leary, are you getting up to leave?
Mm-hmm.
Bye,
Where
bitch.
are you going?
I'm gonna fuck your dad.
I don't know why I hate that phrase so much. But I hear it, I'm just like, gotta go take a shower.
I guess upstairs, just away from Nana, from Delnaris, who's just sitting back, not getting involved in anything. From Denissa, who's still so focused on Lady Frostspring.
So you go upstairs to your room, frustrated, at a loss. Denissa and Delnaris, you start traveling up to the grandfather tree. And it's like not a far walk. It's only, I want to say a mile. I forgot what I had
It's
said.
a mile.
A mile. Up along the stream. And you can see that the little river that the house is planted on grows narrower and narrower as it seems to be the source of this river is the grandfather tree. And you see the giant open clearing of this massive tree.
I do want to say that I am sorry for your loss. It is truly terrible to lose anyone. I cannot speak for Vinius or for those that say that they work for him. I do not consider myself of the Clover Fallen, but nor do I consider myself of the cults. I was brought here many years ago to protect this forest at the behest of those in the material plane, and at the order of Sylvanus. And after some time, I met his, I suppose, granddaughter, great-granddaughter, does not really matter. She was a child of Sylvanus. And she helped to tend the land and make sure things ran smoothly. And after a fashion, we wed. And as mortal lives are so short, and as such is the nature of the material plane, she died. And I lead you around to the back side of the tree. I buried her here within my roots. So that she will always be close to me.
It's quite an honor. I appreciate this.
Of course.
You married a god's daughter.
Yes. Yes, I did. And she had all of the righteousness and petulance that comes with divinity.
I can only assume. I've heard great things of him. Of course. And I can only imagine that same divinity within her.
But that being said, my place is here. I am quite literally rooted here. I have no reason to leave this forest and care not for things that are outside of this forest. That is probably because of her.
It's your part to play.
Yes, it is my part to play.
I will be honest about more honest about the reasons why we have come here. I have not given you the full truth. And I hope that you can understand why we have made some of the decisions we have made here in the material plane. Given as you seem to understand the courts and how they work and how they propagate.
I understand how power corrupts and how worship can build things up in one's mind.
Right. And she looks shook. I've followed the Winter Courts my entire life. I've grown up with them at the will of my father, who was a general in the Winter Courts, tasked by Lady Frostspring himself for a very long time, and when our war came upon us against the Clover Fallen, he bestowed responsibility upon me. I wanted to grow up and be like him, and I did that. I know the pain of war, and in a way, I think it's hardened my ideas of what the Clover Fallen may truly be. Be patient. I'm still trying to figure all of this out. Everything that we've come across so far is not as it seems, not what the courts have said it is, and
There's one thing that I do know about the courts, is that they love a good story. I fear that what they have been calling clover rot, and I'm sure you have noticed this along the way, might just be a difference of opinion.
Right. Lady Frostspring seems to place other words to the Clover Fallen. I have met and battled with Clover Fallen, and well, while they are fierce warriors that oppose the courts, they're also, so far, they've just been people. The same scared faces on the battlefield that I've seen in my own forces.
Unfortunately, that is what war is. No one is truly a monster. It is children and those living orders. They are just people listening to their hearts and following instructions of those that they believe their hearts believe.
Right. This is not what the courts are saying about these people at all.
Don't assume so.
I have a mission that I'm supposed to be on. I'm supposed to clear out the Clover Rot generals. We're supposed to find each one and put an end to each one of them. And
I'm assuming that is what has happened to Newt.
yes, he is a the truth has come at a cost to his life. Because of our blindness. I don't want to make the same mistake again with these twins. So we've been told are the next target.
I'm very sorry to cut this short, but there is something very wrong happening right now. We need to go. Now. I turn and I sprint back to the villa.
Shit.
And you
I'll follow.
Dennis is just like, as you take off.
Okay.
Nana.
What up?
So after Leary gets up to leave,
Oh shit.
and you are there weeping, quote unquote. He just kind of pats your back and like, I'm sorry for your whatever it is that's plaguing you at the moment.
I'm sorry. So silly of me. Just, it's been a
I'm-
lot coming out here.
I would imagine it's. I mean, not to say that I'm not grateful for you being here, or Leary. It was good. It's been actually quite nice to see her again. But if I may ask, why are you here?
I came to help a friend, and she's like stops and she's like fucking thinking. She's trying to still be like, but she's also like thinking. I came to help a friend who had this mission and this plan, and you know, when you love someone and you trust someone, you'll do anything for them. And then it turned out maybe he didn't love me the way I thought he did. And
Wow.
now I'm here with you, which is great, but also with Leary, and she's just a lot.
Could be worse.
She's
I mean, if I was going to trust my life to anybody, I would trust it with Leary.
I don't know, she's so emotional. She doesn't listen. She just rushes in. Oof. You know how
Well-
children are.
Yes. I mean, I know how she once was. It's been a while.
I
But-
know, but she's still just a baby. Hot-headed and all that.
If I had any idea of the things that I do now, I probably would have tried to convince her to come and disappear with me 10 years ago. Or however long it's been. It feels like much longer than that.
Well, for what it's worth, I'm glad in this moment that I'm here and that you're here, because you seem just so lovely. I can see why. Well, I can see why. She talks about you all the time.
Does she?
Oh my god. Just she writes your name on everything with little love hearts, and she talks about how you're going to get married, and just it's a
I'll
lot.
murder you in
but-
your sleep.
He kind of like, you can see this little smirk on his face. Just like, it's curious.
Mm.
I
She,
didn't-
like-
and I always just figured it was, when there are always eyes on you when when you're new in the hunt and you're training the newer generations of future hunters, and I never figured that she had much interest in me.
Well, it's funny because she's had a lot of men since I've been with her, and women, and whatever she can find, really. So it was kind of curious, but you know how they can be loose.
What is your intention exactly?
Well, I came out here because I loved someone and I wanted to help them, and
Right.
now I'm stuck here. And I
Right.
don't know.
'Cause you
what
love
about you?
someone.
Yeah.
He's gonna his eyes are like studying you now.
Can I roll for deception?
You can make a deception check for me, please.
Yep.
Hello, Thug Unicorn. Welcome.
14.
Ooh, interesting. He just looks at you. So curious. He like takes your hand and like lifts it and takes it off of his leg.
Bitch.
Ooh.
As I said, I have had my fair share of experience, both in the Feywilds and in the material plane. And I know when someone's putting on a show. So,
Bitch.
I will tell you that game appreciates game. I love the con you're running. However, it's not quite at the level that it should be if we were trying to catch bigger fish.
In Nana's head, she's always gay. He's like sits, like scoots, just a smidge away from you, and just like leans and looks at you. So, now that we're on real terms with each other, why is Leary and Denissa so upset about this Fey War? It has nothing to do with why you're here. What difference does it make to them? Let's be honest with each other. Wasn't that something that you should be talking to her about then?
I mean, I intended to before you started barging in with your crocodile tears. It's fine. Don't worry. I'm sure I can coax it out. If you're not one to talk. Just do me a favor. Stay away from the mill house. Something tells me you do not need to be poking around this place. It's for your own good.
Why? Well, you're not that hot anyway. And your clothes are dirty, so...
He stands
fine.
up. He stands up. Thank you for the honest talk. And he steps around you and starts heading towards the stairs. And you stand there for a minute and you're thinking to yourself, the hell just happened?
The fuck was that?
And as you kind of turn to consider, you hear a whooshing sound as something passes past you. Just like a quick whoosh. And you see at the edges of the room nearest the boardwalk, the bridge that you had just crossed to get from the mill, a shimmer in the way the light fades. And you hear from behind you.
Oh shit. Can I look behind me to the noise?
You turn behind you to the noise quickly, and you see a large bolt sticking out of Korum's back. A large iron, it's like something you fired from a crossbow bolt. And you can see it sizzle and burn where it's struck into his back. And he's trying to reach back and grab it before he falls to his knees and onto the ground, struggling to try and get the bolt out of his back. And you swear you hear just the slightest hint of a laugh coming from somewhere behind you. a small chuckle. And that's where we're going to end for tonight.
No.
No, you did not just kill him.
I don't
He's
know.
making death saving throws.
I don't
He's
know.
okay.
Oh,
don't know.
Leary, look on the bright side. I didn't fuck your dad.
No, that iron bolt did.
Somebody else
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
bolted.
Somebody else
wasn't
beat you
you.
to it.
Oh my god.
It saw its
Right
chance
when
and
I
it
was
just
like,
slid in
I
there.
don't trust this guy anymore. He's got some shady shit going on. He's dead.
Say he was dead. I just said he has a bolt sticking out of his back.
He's gonna
Well, you
die.
know, depends on what kind of hit points he's got.
Oh yeah, exactly. For sure.
Oh,
for
I'm
sure,
not
for sure.
fuck is
fucking
happening
doing
at the
shit to
mill?
rescue this guy. This guy can fucking die on the stairs. Beautiful corpse.
Gosh.
Beautiful corpse. Oh, there you go.
Nana does like them beautiful and dead.
The
It's my
Floofy's
type.
cuddler. Hello, Rue, the floofiest cuddler. Yeah, so as Iskra said, this is one of our a mini series that is going on in the same universe as our main Tuesday campaign. It is just about some some good old fashioned Fey wild beings that are here in the material plane doing the best things that they can do on a mission from the people that they trust and know so well.
Never again.
And are definitely not questioning everything that they have ever thought or believed. Nope.
It's
Mr.
also I think
Biscuit
this is
fucking did it.
episode 8. I mean, I'm in it, but I think it's awesome. You should totally catch up on it.
Yeah. This is episode 8. Mhm. Yeah. I mean, isn't that what D&D is? Yeah. And it didn't F Larry's dad. He managed to get fucked on his own.
Not her dad.
That's your dad.
Again, not her
Not
dad.
my dad.
That's your dad.
Not my dad.
That's your dad.
That's your dad.
It's not her dad, it's her daddy.
Daddy, yeah.
Eh,
Hey.
Episode
Not
8, so
anymore.
much
Not
love.
anymore!
He's not your dad anymore. He's dead.
He's dead.
I
Daddy.
believe
Dead.
Yep.
Daddy. I think most of the Feywild episodes are still on Twitch, but if not, we do have a YouTube that has
Mhm.
our previous miniseries as well as backlog of our main game.
Super quick rundown. Rue the Floofiest Cuddler. I am Leary. I am an Eladrin Ranger. We have Nana.
Wait.
I don't know what order everyone is on stream because I'm watching the Zoom.
Um,
Furbog, Sorcerer.
Yeah.
We have Denissa, Paladin, Leonin. Delnaris is our current guest player. From
He's a
Clickety
bitch.
Clackety Roll to Attackety. We still don't know what class you are.
Yeah.
Bitch.
Guess maybe
You
we'll
don't know
find out
anything
soon.
about me.
You
can
know
run.
shit.
You know shit.
We did have a DMPC played by Aaron Fenrian, a little
yeah.
Fey man who's a piece of shit.
Here,
We
I'll
just have to
switch
watch
us
and
to
find out
the
why we hate him so much.
Angry pot plant.
Here's here's
the
the
card.
image
Oh.
show and tell of some of our characters. We have Eliodora, who is currently not with us at the
Yeah.
moment, but will
Oh.
hopefully be coming back soon.
Damn, I
There we
hate
go.
you.
You don't even know this is accident for you. Delnaris is just a glorified farmer.
The original plot is we were all sent into the Feywild. Sent into the material plane to track down opposing generals in this Feywild war. But as we've discovered, no one is telling the truth. Nothing is as what as it seems. There's a lot more rebellion, and no one trusts anyone because we're Fey, and no one tells the truth, and it's all lies and deception and
What's-
murder.
Lies and deception and murder. I love
Elidor
that.
does look amazing.
Yes,
by the
Taco,
way.
I'm going to be
Yeah.
cannon fodder.
Yes, they are literally putting him in the cannon, and they are shooting him out of it. But yeah, those are our.
Well, hopefully someone's got some kind of healing spells they're gonna dish out.
Not for that fucking
Also-
guy. Not for your
I
dad.
just noticed how all of us
Rip.
have our own font, and then Fenrir's is like, it's like crayon style. Oh, that's funny.
Oh yeah.
Before we knew the truth.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna make an evil one now. It's just
Yeah,
like
it's gonna be
a
really fun
Yes.
asking you
A
to go back and
cactus.
watch the first couple episodes when Fenrian's like, "Oh, hi guys," and we're like, "He's a piece of shit."
little baby uwu to like This
to whatever
motherfucker.
he is now. Yeah, so here we are. Ties into the lore of our main game quite a bit, actually. Using the logo
it
for
is.
friends. That's actually
That's
pretty
ironic.
great. Yeah. We have been having a lot of fun with this little side thing that has turned into a way more.
Remember when we started and this was going to be an every other week casual mini series?
Yeah, I remember.
You
those
love us
days.
too much, Aaron. You're just
I
like hanging
know.
out with us.
Hey, Jum's been here for 3 weeks and no one has murdered or tried to hook up with
Well, that's
Delmaris.
because week 1 he was on here for 37 seconds.
Yeah, we didn't have time.
Week 2, everybody's like, "Fuck that guy," and
Yeah.
not in the fun way.
Yeah.
And now we're getting to
Nana's gonna, after the battle, Nana's gonna be like, I just need someone to comfort me in my hour of need.
and
No, it's gonna
everyone
be like-
Not Delnaris.
And then Delnaris gonna come and be like, "That's really great. Now you're a turtle."
Yeah.
No, you turned her into another cat so that she can be comforted by Mr.
Mhm.
Biscuit.
Oh no.
Ugh.
Well, when it was like going to the mill, I'm like, I'm gonna become a cat. This is
Delnaris
what's happening.
I thought you were about to be
Machine.
murdered.
Mr. Biscuit.
But also, why does Quorum not want her to go to the mill? What is happening?
This is a fucking Rapunzel situation. He's Mother Gothel, that's Rapunzel. She's singing songs voiced by Mandy Moore.
Is he,
Oh, no,
is
that's
he
why she's so
really,
happy she's a
is he
Disney
really a
princess.
good part of the
She's a
rebellion?
Disney princess!
Is he, like-
Oh my god.
Oh
There's
my
so
god.
many layers and nobody trusts anybody.
It's
When
just
Delmaris
like a
was
kid.
like, man, you really don't trust the Fae. I was like, have you met us?
Well, yeah.
Have I?
Have I? Have you? Has he?
Who's
do
to
they?
say? What is?
Oh my god. What is?
What am?
In any case, you can find some of those old videos that we have either here on our Twitch channel down there below or on YouTube. Also, we have a
Hang out
Discord.
with us in Discord.
Yeah.
We're very well
you got it on
behaved
the
and we
first
never
try,
swear.
Aaron.
I did it this
Good
time.
job.
So many
It's
people
only
in the
taken a
chat.
year of learning. It's fine. I've got to watch this. Gotta finish Dark and Dicey. Got so much D&D. Dark and Dicey sounds actually that's a really good name. I like that. Yeah, actually, so we have technically speaking, we have 4 different groups here represented because Danissa is Josh, who plays Danissa, also plays Sonder in our main game on Tuesdays. Nana played another character on one of Josh's home campaigns. So technically, you're from another group, right? And then
I was a lizard.
you were a lizard, and
Yeah.
then Delnaris over here is from Clickety Clackety Roll to Attackety, and Leary is also technically from Dads and Dice. So this is 4 different groups that have all come together
Yes.
to make this
Aaron
little story.
Is
To be the housewives of the High Forest.
Aaron's the Pokemon
Yeah.
of D&D streams. He's got to catch them all.
I am catching all. Ugh, never mind. I was like, I'm catching all of you, and then I was like,
He's very sick. He needs penicillin.
No, rephrase. But do come and check us out tomorrow because there is going to be plenty more drama where this came from. Not the,
Oh, I remember how it
Not the
ended
same
now.
kind of drama.
not the same kind of drama, but definitely a whole new other kind of drama. Graham runs his mouth a lot, which is why we love him because he brings so much joy to us all. Same with Taco. Iskra there in chat is also one of our players. She's amazing, and I love her.
She's wonderful.
So we are all one lovely, happily family. Whatever.
What was that?
It happening.
Family?
The family.
Happily
Family?
Yeah, Real Housewives of the Feywild. Indeed. But on that note, we will see you next time. Soul's here too. Yeah, that's right. I forgot you were so here.
Oh.
Family. We are family. We are family.
I've
It's so
missed
great.
You're hardcore.
It's so great having all of this family.
Oh, look
I
at
will
that
kill
little
you
family.
all. I need to pee. Wrap it up.
Okay,
Oh, you guys want to play for another hour?
Hey, Nana, why are you still here?
We'll see you.
No one
we'll-
wants you here.
We'll see you guys later. Bye.